Ashley Brown, you are an estate agent, been working for Remax as a self-employed agent now for 8 years. You were an employed agent before that and a lawyer before that. I want to talk to you about your story of becoming an estate agent, moving into self-employed agency and the ups and downs so other people can learn from you. Is that okay?
Fabulous, yeah.
Talk to me. So did you always want to become an estate agent?
No, Chris, good question. So I actually started out my professional career as a lawyer.
Okay.
Last
So you did a 3-year degree in...
7 years in total I spent investing in becoming a lawyer.
So you went to law school and all the bits?
Lasted 2 weeks as a lawyer.
Wow.
Hated it. Absolutely
Why?
hated it. Way too structured. Just wasn't my cup of tea.
How did your parents feel about putting you through uni and then you giving up after 2 weeks?
I put myself through uni.
Oh, fair goes then.
So, yeah, born entrepreneur. Worked my arse off to put myself through uni. Got quite lucky actually, as the university fees were nowhere near as high as they are today. So that was quite good. And I also stayed close to home for uni, so that helped a lot. So I didn't have all like, the moving costs.
Siri, how did your parents still feel even though you put yourself through?
I'm very fortunate to have parents that have always supported me to follow my calling. So I'm quite blessed like that.
That's very lucky. Well done.
And even if I like to think that even if I hadn't, that I would have still gone my own way. I'm that kind of person.
So after 2 weeks, you decided you didn't want to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
After wasting 7 years of your life.
Not wasted, as I learned a lot.
Okay. What did you then? Did you all of a sudden then say, I want to be an estate agent then?
No. I, done a few Google searches and contemplated what I'm going to do with my life for, a fair amount of time. And then I kind of fell into property.
Do you think most people fall into being an estate agent?
Yes, I do.
We do, don't
actually, we? Yes. Everyone, no one, it's not like Australia and America where real estate is more of a chosen career. In fact, I think it's even a discipline you can choose at university, etc.
And people are looked up to, aren't they, in South Africa and Australia and America?
Yeah, I guess, I think property agents sometimes get a bit of a bad rep as there's no qualifications as such that you need to get into to the, which is ironic in a way that I gave up 7 years of getting into law to go into a...
So you wanted to, so this was what, 2011?
Yeah, around that time.
What do you do? Just go online and put a few job applications in?
So I joined a recruitment agency actually that put me forward for an interview with a company called Ludlow Thompson.
Oh, they're in London, South West London. Good firm, I like them.
Yeah, so got on really well with the manager and joined pretty much with...
Resi sales or lettings?
They put me straight into sales, which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, they put me straight into sales and I spent 6 months there and done really, really well. I had a natural affinity with it. I found the people so interesting. That's what I loved about the business, is working with interesting people. So yeah, and then...
Okay, so what happened in those 6 months? Did you go in as like area director? I'm really pulling your leg. I'm assuming you went in as neg then.
I went in as a neg, sales neg.
Okay then. And how did you get on there then?
Loved it. Really, really, absolutely loved it.
Was it kind of your calling?
It felt like it was my calling actually. Yeah. So I I was working within a certain area.
Whereabouts was that?
That was near Brixton actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's there, and it was a lot of it was an interesting time for the market. It was a lot of buyers around. There was a lot of deals going on.
Of course, it was good times.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
We just post credit crunch. London's cracking on a treat. Yeah, but anyone can make money in that market, couldn't they?
No, there were a fair few agents in my office not making as much money as I was. Tell you that now.
And what did you love about the job? Was it just the people? The deals, the money?
The people. That's I love building relationships with people, and I found even just working with somebody for 2 months in a property transaction, I would develop really strong relationships with my clients, and I could be here for hours talking about all the interesting stories that happened with certain deals and everything, and so it was the people for me, and that was my favourite thing about that job. Also, in terms of...
Because you did really well with these stats. You got to top dog, didn't you?
I was top negotiator within 6 months. That's one good thing, actually, I would say about Ludlow Thompson is they would hold award nights once a month, which is quite motivating and inspiring because you've got, I like that whole being recognised for good work, which was really nice.
But you're only there 6 months. When did the penny drop that you think to yourself... tell me the time when you think, this isn't for me, because you could still be there now, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Tell
yeah,
me about
I
that
could.
story.
So what changed towards the last couple of weeks of my time at Ludlow Thompson was they brought a marketing guy in who was changing the structure of the agent's days. So I was quite lucky that we still had quite a lot of, although I was, contracted and had set hours, which were like 8:30 till 6:30, pretty intense. The job gave me quite a bit of freedom still. Like, I was allowed to, if I wanted to go and do a viewing at 7, 8 o'clock at night, I could do what I wanted. I could manage my own diary a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was all well and good and kept me happy. And then towards the end, they brought a marketing guy in that decided to change the whole structure and get us on, and have like a really regimented diary, like phones 9 to 11, that's your viewing times. And then so suddenly we couldn't work with the clients. We had to just tell them, these are my viewing times, you have to fit around that. And
How did that make you feel?
it made me feel like a robot. Like, I was on the phones just like being monitored. I hated it. I felt like a fish in a goldwater, in a fish tank. It reminded me a little bit of sort of why I left law. It felt too structured, and blessed timing, synchronicity, call it what you will. My neighbour was a Remax agent and had been telling me about the company for a while, and then I just had this epiphany moment where I thought, do you know what, this isn't the lifestyle that I wanted, and I'm going to head over to Remax, and I guess the rest is history.
Okay, so was it all a field of clover from day one?
But
Or Remax?
No, it was bloody hard work. So obviously I'm going into a different way of working, and it's bringing me all the benefits and the dangling carrots in front of my face. So
because you were earning well at Ludlow Thompson, and now all of a sudden you're thrown in and you've got no money coming through the door for quite a few months. How did that make you feel? Did you not have any fear? You
Not
got
enough.
your rent to pay.
Not enough to keep me where I was and stop me going forward. And so yeah, I was, it's a little bit scary, though. I just, what gets
How did you pay the rent?
Well, I had some savings that I'd saved up, thank goodness, and that goes way back in. But I'd saved very well my whole life. I've always been quite a good saver. So I was okay, though. I hit the ground running. Action defeats fear. So I got out working. I went and done everything that they taught me, which the training was brilliant, and I got results. And I started to, I was selling 3 properties a month, which was more than enough to cover my rent.
So in those 8 years, have you just gone from strength to strength?
At Remax, in all honesty, yes, I have. And it's given me exactly what I wanted, which was, and it didn't come straight away, though I did want a career where I could have time to develop myself, pursue other passions.
Because you love writing, don't you?
I love writing. I'm an author. I've always had a calling for writing, and when I was working, if I'd carried on at Ludlow Thompson, where you're working 6:30 to 8:30, it's very little time to develop yourself creatively. So Remax has given me the opportunity to do so, and I've built up a pipeline over these 8 years. I've still got great clients that I work with. I now run the Remax blog. You become a part of the family. You really do. It's a really nice.
So you're basically telling me, by being a self-employed agent, putting the hard work in,
yeah,
you're now in a position that you can work part-time hours, flexible hours, earn decently, and still go with your passion in life.
Yeah, and another great benefit that you can do is you can travel and you can take your work with you. I've just been over in LA, and I can do all my work there. I can go and spend months in Hong Kong, and I can still run all my business because I've got a great network of people around me.
What would you say to any agent who's at the end of their tether, like you were 8 years ago, being a robot?
Yeah.
Because they're going to have some big fear about paying the rent and am I going to get the business in? What would your final message be to those people?
Honestly, I would say, if you're disciplined enough and you're ready to do the work, because it does require work, and you do sort of have to take that mentality of a 9 to 5 to your new role, in the sense that you have to have the discipline to get yourself up in the morning. So you've got to be super honest with yourself if you are ready to take that jump. And if you can answer yourself yes, then get out that door and don't look back.